Woo! Got another RTA for you jokers. That's right, this is a single coil 22mm flavor chucking RTA called the ELFY by Coil Master. So the build that I'm rocking in this puppy chucker, she's reading at 0.45 ohms. I'm only vaping her at 28.5 watts. Got her sitting on this Karen TC218. You know how I love this mod, man. This thing hits like a truck full of dildos. But the airflow on this bad boy is wide open. You know the drill. That is only 28.5 watts. 28.5 watts, and I'm getting a warm to hot, dense, saturated vape. Flavors on friggin' point. I mean, way up there. Way up there for a single coil RTA. Is it as good as something like the Ferro Mini RTA? Yes. But the draw's different. Like I said, this is wide open, and I'm getting a tighter draw than I would off the Ferro Mini RTA, and I'm getting a tighter draw than I would off the Serpent SMM. Not by much, but it is tighter. So for you airflow hogs out there, you ain't gonna like this. This bad mamma jam is for someone looking for a tight, restrictive lung head. Wide open, man. Smooth as a porn star's ass. And the vapors, I mean, you ain't gonna win any cloud chasing competitions, but the flavor, woo-wee, she's good. Again, for a single coil RTA at 28.5 watts, and I could go on the battery life, man. Go, 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 go. She gone. So before I move any further, I want to go over the cons for this. I just want to go ahead and nail them. First of all, this is not 810 drip tip compatible. You can only use your 510 drip tips. Second is the adjustable airflow ring. It's too loose, man. It is way too loose. Coil Master, make the airflow ring tighter for this mamma jamma. And then the last con that I found, as you close off the airflow, I'm gonna close it off halfway. Watch this. I want you to hear the freaking sound of this airflow. Sounds like a fucking kazoo. I mean, this sucker's louder than a Ferro Mini RTA. Again, here she is halfway open. Yeah, that's loud. Hell, I'm vaping and it's annoying me. So that's a con. But again, wide open, here it is. Like I said before, smooth as a whoosh, porn star's ass. So yeah, the airflow halfway open, sounding like a kazoo. The fact that you can't use your 810 drip tips, and also the fact that the adjustable airflow ring is a little bit too loose. Those are the only three cons that I could find for this. That's it. Oh yeah, and the fact that this is a 22mm RTA, but you know what? I don't consider that a con because they already market that ahead of time. But for those of you vapors out there that prefer to use your bigger devices, you're not gonna like this. But yeah, back to this airflow. Personally, I like to keep it wide open anyways. I mean, it's the perfect amount of restrictedness. And there's something else I want to point out, okay? This is GTA style, and you're gonna see this in a close-up. So the deck is going to be raised off the base just a little bit, and you want to make sure that you wick this sucker tight. If you wick it on the looser side, you're going to get a little bit of spit back. It's going to catch a little bit when you pull in, when you take your draw. So you got to make sure that your wick is a tight fit inside that coil. You do that, you're going to be rocking because this thing can wick like a champ. So she wicks like a champ, she vapes like a champ, in my opinion, especially in single coil mode. You get great flavor, you get great vapor for the wattage. The draw wide open, like I mentioned, smooth, smooth, smooth. She holds 2.5 mils of juice, and 2.5 mils of juice for 28.5 watts. I mean, that's going to go longer than you think. So I don't consider that a con. Comes in two different color options that I've seen, stainless steel or black. Super easy to install your builds, man. Oh my gosh. Kind of like the Emit, but in GTA style. Oh yeah, and the fact that this sucker vapes so great at freaking lower wattages, man, that's a big pro. Because you get a nice warm, dense, hot vape at a lower wattage, like 28.5 watts, man, I'm getting a warm, almost to a hot vape. Again, all this is going to be subjective, and I'm always going to point that out. My taste may be different than yours, and I may experience things a little bit different than you, but the fact that I'm getting a warm to hot vape at 28.5 watts, man, that's big. Because if I'm getting satisfied at a lower wattage, that means my battery life is going to last that much longer. It's just a win-win. You get my drift? This puppy chucker takes less power to satisfy you. That's my whole point. Oh yeah, and the fact that this is a GTA style device, your deck is raised off the base like I mentioned before, but because of that, you're never going to have any leaking. I never had any leaking one bit. Oh yeah, you're also going to see this in the close-ups, but she's got easy peasy top fill. And for those of you vapors that love to use your 510 drip tips, this is going to be great for you. It comes with a 510 drip tip that you're going to see, Delrin 510 drip tip, but if you want, you could use your preferred favorite 510 drip tips. Now to me, the 510 drip tip that comes with this is a little bit on the thin side, but it's grown on me. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a con, but it may be to you guys. And the last pro that I found for this, and this is a biggie, 25 bucks for this mamma jamma. 25 bucks for an RTA. That's a good deal in my opinion. Hell, 25 bucks for any tank nowadays. I think that's cheap. Super affordable. Alrighty, so here's the box this ELFY RTA comes in. And of course, inside that packaging, you're going to receive your ELFY RTA. You get an extra glass tube for that ELFY. Comes with a baggie of extras, extra O-rings, an Allen key tool, 2 extra grub nuts, and you get these 2 pre-built Clapton-style coils. You get a sheet of organic Japanese cotton. And last but not least, you get these 2 informational cards. Now onto this ELFY RTA. She's primarily made of stainless steel. The only 2 color options that I've seen personally is the stainless steel or the black. She's 22mm in width, and she's 42mm in length with the drip tip. Down here at the base, she's got dual bottom adjustable airflow. You grab a hold of this ring, you twist and turn it. It stops in one direction, stops in the other. Whatever you adjust on this side is the same on this side. At the base of this device, she's got a protruding gold-plated 510 pin. Threads are nice and smooth. At the top of this device, it comes with a standard Delrin 510 drip tip, dual O-ring down here at the base. And here's the drip tip catch cup up top. And on one side it says Coil Master, on the other side it says Coil Master, but this drip tip is a nice snuggy-duggy fit. So once you've unscrewed the top cap, as you guys can see, it's got easy peasy top fill, big old giant slots. You can pour your juice in, you can squeeze your juice in, and look at those threads. Threads are nice and clean, and they are smooth. But once you're done filling her up, you just pop this sucker back on there and screw her down. Oh yeah, and by the way, the ELFY holds 2.5 mils of e-liquid. Go ahead and pop the tank off, and here's the shaft/top cap section. So here's the deck section for this device. As you guys can see, this is a single coil RTA like I mentioned in FaceTime. But yeah, you got two posts. Here's your post holes. It uses grub nuts. And I like the hex screws. Have not had any issues stripping in the 2 weeks that I've been using this bad boy. But you got your bottom airflow. So the airflow is going to hit right underneath the coil. Coil is going to sit right here like I'm going to show you in a second. But your lead is going to go into these lead slots. And these lead slots are about 2 millimeter in diameter. So this bad boy is not meant for your big old builds. This is meant for your medium size to smaller builds. But yeah, you slide your leads into these holes right here. Tighten down your connections. Like I said, the airflow hits underneath the coil, and here's your wick slots. And as you guys can see, the deck sits up just a little bit. I call this GTA style. They call it an RTA, but I'm calling it a GTA. GTA/RTA. Anytime you have your deck raised up over the base, it's GTA style. So yeah, you tuck your wick on each side into these wick ports, okay, and they're going to go all the way down to the bottom. They don't have to. They can go halfway, but you just want to make sure these wick ports are completely covered, completely filled up. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So here's the build that I've installed into this puppy chucker. This is one of their Clapton style builds that they included with this kit, and she's reading around 0.3 ohms. I don't even know what style coil that is. It just looks like a Clapton build to me, but I've got the cotton stuffed down or tucked down, and the reason why I've tucked it a little bit more cotton in there and it's hitting the bottom of the base is because I'm using a thinner juice. I'm using a 60 VG juice. A 70 VG, you'd want to cut a little bit, okay? Just tuck it in there and cut it a little bit to where it's not going down to the base. All this is going to be subjective, and you know what? It's all experimental, but this is the way that I like to do it with my thinner juices, my 50/50 juices, my 60 VG juices. And here's the distance once again of my coil. Like I said, you could drop it, you could raise it. This is the distance that I prefer. Go ahead and juice her up. And then fill her up. Pop the drip tip in there. Open up that juice flow control, and we are rocking. Now on to the big question, the big answer of the day. Which vapor out there is going to benefit from this bad boy the most? First of all, this is going to benefit that vapor looking for a single coil RTA. Someone who's looking for a single coil RTA that's also a 22 millimeter device, okay, that holds a good amount of juice for, you know, what it does, okay? You're the type of vapor, you don't care about those big old builds. You want the medium to smaller size builds, a single coil, 22 millimeter, that gives you a nice restrictive lung hit, that satisfies you at lower wattages. You're looking for that and all the other stuff that I mentioned about this product, well then this puppy chucker may be for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, liked it, found it entertaining and helpful. If you did like this video, well then hit that like button. Show me that you cared. Share it for all your friends to see. And if you want to see more of me, then subscribe for more. This is Rip Chippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.